attacking is in fact coming from Gujarat. The Gujarat Anti-Terror Squad has said that they have arrested 4 members of the alleged terror module of Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent from 4 cities in 3 states: Gujarat, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh. Now, on June 10th this year, the AQIS Deputy Superintendent of Police, Harsh Upadhyay, was informed that 5 Instagram accounts and their associated accounts were being allegedly used to spread false and provocative statements against the nation, attracting the local youth towards the terrorist organizations and their radical followers to spread the unrest and terrorist tendencies. Well, why have they been arrested? The first reason that comes in fact in the wake of this arrest is that they reportedly ran a fake currency racket to fund the terror activities. Secondly, the terrorists spread in fact Al-Qaeda's ideology through social media platforms and auto-deleting apps to evade detection. The third reason is that these four terrorists have promoted radical ideology aiming to establish a Sharia-based caliphate in India through violence. The fourth reason that we understand of the arrest is that with this content they had aimed to incite youth to rebel against the Indian democracy. Now, who are these 4 terrorists? Where have they come from? What is the background? Let's give you all the details that we have accessed so far. And in that view, let's also learn that the Al-Qaeda network of these terrorists has how much of a large scale link to the other terrorists and the associates. Firstly, let's look at the first arrested Al-Qaeda, in fact, terror associate, Mohammed Faq, who was arrested from the national capital. He is allegedly in contact with Pakistani Instagram account which provided him with the jihadi material, and the material that he has very exclusively used in those Instagram accounts for which the tip-off was given. That he was involved in disseminating the Al-Qaeda's propaganda nationwide, and he is also accused of using social media as the harbor and the platform to promote the radical content aimed at inciting violence amid the youth. Now, the young population was being targeted specifically. As we now move forward with the second accused, the second terrorist viewers, the Mohammed Fareen, who has been arrested from Gujarat. He was found in possession of a sword with the arms and ammunition kept in their possession. This person, Mohammed Fareen, was found in possession of a sword, and he was scripting and promoting the jihadi content against India amid the Indian soil from different and various really small isolated pockets. The videos have been recovered from his phone where he can be seen waving the sword and chanting. Now, this is what he has been particularly accused of. And if we speak about the third one that has been arrested from same place in Gujarat, Saifullah Qureshi, who was arrested for allegedly being a part of the digital network of this entire Al-Qaeda funded nexus, sharing the radical posts and videos, while all of them have been in one way or the other doing the same kind of hate mongering and also the kind of damage to the Indian youth by spreading their narrative. This person particularly had, as per the report, has completed his education up to class 9th and is a brother of Amin, who has reportedly expressed disbelief, stating he has worked at a furniture company. In fact, this has also been arrested from Gujarat, where his formal education was also not completed. Now, we move to the last and the fourth terrorist that has been arrested right now by the Gujarat ATS, Jishan Ali, who has been arrested from Noida in Uttar Pradesh, who has also been accused of posting the speeches online of the deceased terrorist and glorifying jihad amid the young population to radicalize their mind. He has used auto-deleting apps to evade the detection and was also linked to a fake currency racket to fund the AQIS activities. Well, these are largely the kind of big reasons why the arrest has been taking place, and more so, in fact, the timing where the kind of nexus that has been traced when all the security agencies have been heightened very specifically in this regard after the Pahalgam terror attack over the digital scrutiny that these terrorists have been able to keep it hidden for a long time. All right, now let me also bring in my guest joining me live on the telecast at this point of time. RVS Money, internal security expert, is joining me live on the telecast. Thank you, sir, for joining me this morning. Appreciate you joining me this time. Now, we look at the arrest, and these arrests are of these terrorists who were seemingly hidden in the pockets of 3 states and were working in, like every other module that we bust, in a normal fashion of very small labor jobs. And the Gujarat ATS that has made this arrest, and the 2 of them have also pertained to Gujarat, and one from Noida and the other one from Delhi, have more or less been involved in the same kind of work. And the radicalization that they had been given the task of was being undertaken by them on the digital platform. This brings us to the thought of the kind of scrutiny that needs to be maintained on the use, the misuse and the overuse of how digital platforms are being done in view of propagating a particular kind of ideology targeting the vulnerable and the young minds.
Thank you, Simran. Good morning, my friends. Let me start it. The Gujarat ATS has a very excellent record. My compliments to them. It is not today, it is not yesterday. They have been busting the sleeper cells, they have been countering the terrorist cells and all that, modules, etc. right from the first year of 2000 new millennium. Prior to that, they might be doing it, but it's a very excellent unit, Gujarat ATS. I have known officers who had worked with them. My good friend Himanshu Bhatt will tell it more. But more importantly, see the way it is, and besides that, see the way it is, it's like a complete well-oiled machinery to the lowest level of denominator. The person who is simply usually the number 4, if you see, is only simply spreading a message of radicalization using the Al-Qaeda and ex-IS leaders' speeches and all that. Similarly, it is like a hierarchical pattern. The hierarchy is that the highest most plate number 1 has a higher quality of responsibility, and all of them are there. And like always the pattern is, one of the relatives is our elder brother, as I said, who of this person working in the furniture shop, allegedly or as claimed to be working in the furniture shop, has started claiming ignorance. Now the next step will be they will be claiming victimhood, and the entire pattern is working as per a plan. So our security agencies are extremely, counter-terror agencies are extremely able. But the question is, we have got the successes in Gujarat NCR modules, because these are all ruled by a particular political dispensation. See, let us be very clear, the security agencies, the diplomacy, the anti-terror groups, everything, the exercise is as useful as the local government, the controlling politicians allow them to be. In Rameshwaram case or in the Coimbatore blast, although it was a terror blast, the local government claimed it was a cylinder blast or this or that and all. So that realization is very important. The political support, the politicians should back. Because Gujarat ATS had earlier also busted many terror modules in which lot of people played dirty politics from the government of India. I was a part of the government of India at that time, and I had put my hand out and said, no, this is not true, and this is the true version. So these are all facts. So we should also support, we should also compliment the Bhupinder Singh government in Gujarat for allowing the political ATS to go and do a complete professional job. You leave the counter-terrorism to professionals, the well-trained people, the police, the force, the intelligence agencies, the security agencies. There will be no political thing, excepting for a rarest margin of error. But this is how, this is a very, very important message. We have not only busted it, we have also, it is also a message to the public of India at large that the ATS are all, wherever they are given political backing or no political influence, rather I put it, without information, they are allowed to work with full freedom. They can maintain a hawk eye on the country, and all of us are safe. That is what I wanted to say. Thank you, Simran.
Absolutely, Mr. Mani. In fact, very rightly said, and I appreciate the detailed comments that you are able to put in focus and bring that to our attention. Let me also bring in this point, the fact that we are learning that as per the reports, the documents on Operation Sindoor have also been seized from their possession. Now, apart from the incriminating material, and also what is largely the very shocking and in such cases, the very natural thing to be recovered from these terrorists is the material that is used to propagate the jihadi mentality and to radicalize the youth at large. But apart from that, India's resolve and India's in fact action in retaliating to the hostilities to Pakistan after the Pahalgam attack, the Operation Sindoor, the documents on the Operation Sindoor that have also been recovered from their possession. There is also a possible probe that will of course follow throughout the security agencies, but how do you react to in fact this kind of a revelation that has been made as per the reports, that there could be potentially their involvement and links as well, support that has been extended to all these radical outfits, these sleeper cells pertaining, working from different locations in India in promoting such kind of logistical movement of the terrorists as well?
The question to me?
Yes.
Yeah, indeed. See, basically, this is working like a well-oiled machine. Let us put it rightly that I have told about the political and the policy level backing, but they work through, and not only that, as soon as a particular thing goes to the court, there is a huge legal system which is in their backing. They will claim for victimhood, they will claim for all that. The government of India after 2014 has specifically in the MHA set up a de-radicalization desk which will concentrate only on de-radicalization, which was earlier part of it. So they will also take care of it. Not only de-radicalization, the question is what is the information warfare coming from across the border or from vested interests like Turkey, which carry out the anti-India propaganda within India. Maybe we do not know about the Qatar, but there are several other countries, several other pockets in these countries which are penetrating and which are going out with this anti. So that also needs to be covered. The government should also, it is my suggestion, the government should also use the advertising budget of the public sector units and all the advertisers also to sponsor specifically programs against de-radicalization, create branding against terrorism. So these are all new things which need to be done, not only in the mainstream media, but also in the social media, in Instagram, in the Twitter, in the Facebook, so that continuously the exercise has to be there, so that they don't find a space. Now the problem is there is hardly any counter-radicalization material on the social media, and social media is accessible to the last and the least in the world, in the country. So they are also able to access. They only find the radical part of it. They do not find the positive, affirmative part of it. And that is one place where I think I request the government of India to really work on it, take it over, appoint a team, oversee it, take it to the last man, last mile, and the least person of the government, whether he is financially or he is time-wise standing at the last in the queue, take it to that. That is what, that communication is now very salient by the way these people are.
All right, Mr. Mani, thank you very much. I appreciate your comments and in fact, laud you for putting this in perspective. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. And as we move forward,